Japan, a land of breathtaking landscapes, cutting-edge technology, and rich traditions. But beneath this serene surface lies one of the most dramatic economic stories of our time. From becoming a global powerhouse to falling into decades of stagnation, and now a slow but determined resurgence. But here's the twist. This isn't just about Japan, it's about us. What can we learn from Japan's rise, fall, and fight to rebuild? And more importantly, are we ignoring the same warning signs in our own lives and economy? Stick around, because the answers might just change how you see the world. Let's take a step back. The year is 1960. Japan is still recovering from the devastation of World War II. But then, something extraordinary happens. Fueled by government-led industrial policy, innovation, and an unyielding work ethic, Japan transforms itself. By the 1980s, it's the second largest economy in the world. Brands like Sony, Panasonic, and Toyota are more than corporations. They're emblems of a nation's pride. Japan's GDP growth during this period, a staggering 10% per year in the 1960s, tapering to 4% in the 1980s, still outpacing global giants like the US. And then there's the real estate market. By 1989, the total value of Tokyo's land was greater than that of the entire United States. The world watched in awe, asking, how long can this last? And the answer came sooner than anyone expected. But every meteoric rise comes with shadows. And for Japan, the shadow was growing. The 1990s dawned with a harsh reality. The stock market, once soaring, collapsed. The Nikkei 225, it plummeted from a high of nearly 39,000 to under 15,000 in just 3 years, a 60% crash. Real estate, even worse. Property values fell by over 80%, wiping out wealth for millions. Banks were drowning in bad debt, and consumer confidence shattered. The lost decades had begun. Economic growth slowed to a crawl, averaging just 1% annually. For comparison, the US saw growth rates of around 3% during the same period. Unemployment climbed, wages stagnated, and a once bustling nation seemed paralyzed by uncertainty. Sound familiar? For many of us, this mirrors the struggles we see today. Stagnant wages, housing unaffordability, crushing debt. And here's the scary part. Japan didn't see it coming. Are we ignoring the same warning signs? But just when it seemed like Japan would fade into history, something remarkable began to unfold. The seeds of recovery were being planted. But could they grow in time? By the early 2000s, Japan began a slow but deliberate recovery. How did they do it? The answer lies in reinvention. Despite decades of stagnation, Japan's unique strengths started to shine again. Take innovation. The country remains a leader in robotics and advanced manufacturing. Japanese firms produce nearly half of the world's industrial robots today, a critical force in the automation revolution. And then there's tourism. In 2024, Japan welcomed over 33 million visitors, pumping billions into the economy. But perhaps most impressive, Japan's commitment to sustainability. From energy-efficient cities to pioneering renewable technologies, Japan is building for a greener future, an example the world desperately needs. Even its cultural exports are booming. Think of anime, gaming, and cuisine, cultural treasures that have captured global hearts. Yes, the road back has been long, and Japan still faces challenges: an aging population, a shrinking workforce, and rising debt. But one thing is clear: the spirit of resilience that defined Japan's rise and endured its fall is lighting the way forward. But what about us? What does Japan's story teach us, as individuals and as a society? Japan's journey isn't just a story about a nation. It's a reflection of the cycles we all face: success, failure, and the fight to rebuild. When we chase growth without caution, whether in our personal lives or economies, the cost can be devastating. For Japan, it was a bubble economy. For us, it might be debt, burnout, or environmental collapse. But Japan also teaches us this: resilience is a choice. Even after the harshest winters, spring eventually comes. By innovating, adapting, and staying true to what makes us strong, we can recover from any setback. So as you navigate your own challenges, ask yourself, what can you reinvent? Where can you adapt? And how can you turn failure into fuel for your comeback? If Japan can rise again, so can you. This isn't just a story, it's a call to action. If this inspired you, don't stop here. Share this video, start the conversation, and let's rise together. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and join us at Econ Atlas for more insights into the forces shaping our economy.